Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BTS Europe. We're in day 3 of action. This is just our first series today. It's Navi going against Pries, and I am going to be joined by Lysander remotely here. Here we go, Lysander. It's going to be Game 2. This is coming off the back of a very dominant performance from Navi in Game 1. Wisp Tiny, Dandy Queen of Pain, even the Axmo Beastmaster going a bit ridiculous. We'll see if Navi change it up a bit. Looks like they already are, though, Lysander. Puppy Chen is going to be their first pick, so we're in for a treat.
Yeah, Puppy Chen and Illidan Vengeful Spirit.
Yes, I love it. All in the same team.
Carry Venge. I want Carry Venge. I do like seeing it here. I do facepalm whenever Vega or Empire does it, but sometimes they pull it off and it turns out to be pretty good. And now that new Aghanims upgrade, I'm sure you're very excited to see it as well.
Oh yes. I've only seen it a handful of times in competitive play. It does seem to be, a little bit of a luxury item for the hero. This comes after you get those essentials, but
not if you're carry.
Not if you're carry, though. Not if you're carry. That's true.
Yeah.
And there are a few times when, sometimes Avenge just goes ham, gets brought down, but the team still wins, and you have that illusion to join your team. You give them the aura, and you're still able to offer a little bit of that right-click damage, and it's pretty damn impactful.
The cool thing is the cooldowns all reset on the illusion. You get another stun, you get another howl, you get another swap. I tried it in a lobby. Unless they patched it, it does work like that. So you immediately get all your spells again. That's the cool thing.
That's very cool. I mean, that's sometimes the difference when you just go into man mode and the other. Your opponent escapes with just like 100 life. Now get a reset on your magic missile, guarantee that kill. At least you get something before you go.
Or pull them back with swap. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, look at this.
Invoker, some hypey stuff there, and yeah. Got a couple of buffs, not too major. I think some mana cost thing. Let me go check the patch.
Definitely, with the changes to Puck and with the changes to some of the more dominant mid laners that have been in the scene, we're getting to see some of these stylish mid laners back in action again. So Puck.
Yeah, S4 getting his Puck was a real treat.
10 seconds remaining.
It'll be a Dandy Puck this time, right? Yeah, so Waning Rift has a slight cooldown reduction.
Remaining.
The cooldown of Orb has been increased at early levels by a couple of seconds, but the mana cost has been severely reduced.
Ooh.
Like 80 at level 1 now instead of 150. And the Waning Rift no longer only silences heroes, so it silences creeps as well. Apart from that, nothing else really, actually. I'm just thinking maybe, I don't know, what brought Puck back? I'm not really sure. Maybe the items, I know like items like Fairy Fire is really good on Invoker because the early game, especially when you're going Quas Wax, you lack that damage. So the Fairy Fire serves kind of as temporary Exort balls until you get your face boots and then your damage problem is solved. But I think Fairy Fire is really good on Invoker, and maybe something like that's good for Puck as well, which I'm just not seeing it first.
Well, we've seen before the Puck can definitely thrive when given the opportunity to get a huge amount of base damage at the start. So I agree, it's definitely something we look for if Puck is going to be going for the Fairy Fire. But when you talk to some players and stuff, it could just always be as simple as, when this new patch hits, it's just like a team like Alliance, let's say, and definitely S4, who's not afraid to quickly experiment with heroes who had changes. It's like, oh, Batrider was changed back? I'm going to give him a spin in the mid lane. Puckler's been changed. Brewmaster, he's like, I love these heroes. I'm sad that they haven't been picked enough, but now with these changes, I'm going to be one of the first to give it a try. Someone else sees him give it a try, sees it do well, and they're like a team like Liquid, and Fatha's like, I love Puck. Let's give him a try again. Then he goes for it, and now we see Navi play, and then he's like, I like Puck a lot. I like the new Puck. Let's give him a spin. And suddenly the hero's just back in style. I mean, it's hard to say whether or not the changes have made a more indirect impact on its gameplay. Nonetheless, it's a playmaker kind of a hero. I'm happy to see it back in play.
Remaining.
And, just like you, I'm curious to see if some of the new items might be the reason this hero is going to be able to really survive or
Sand
not.
King.
Sand King back. Sand King's back. All right.
Reserve time.
The Aghanims, Ada Lens, 1500 range Power Strike. I don't think we'll see it this game. I mean, they have to be really far ahead to be able to afford stuff like that on Sand King. But right now, how are the lanes looking for you for Priest. I mean, is that a Sand King off lane? Because I don't think they're going to be chucking AA or Shadow Shaman over. Or are we looking at an aggro tri lane here on
Yeah,
Priest?
it's hard to say. I mean, before Sand King kind of went into that retirement home for a bit, he was seeing more and more play in the off lane. Teams like, Empire, Yoku, and stuff were really pioneering that off lane Sand King a bit, and then players like Universe would then go into picking
I mean,
it up.
anything can off lane now because of that large creep camp near your off lane. You can actually stack it up and then have your Sandstorm. So your Sand King has something to do instead of just having to have offlaners that can farm Ancients. Now, there are a lot of options. And offlane is just being made to easy mode. Ice Frog is buffing offlane every version so that we can see a whole diverse range of playstyles.
I actually wouldn't put it past them to get an Aether Lens on this hero at some point. I mean, normally wouldn't you get Arcane Boots? Isn't that like the normal build up for a Sand King at some point, aside from just getting the blink?
Some discussion whether or not Aether Lens is more than enough to replace the Blink Dagger with your initial farm, because Sand Kings have that grace period where they farm it up in the jungle of the Sandstorm. So you have that money. Do you spend an Aether Lens or Blink Dagger? I read some discussions on it. They're like 9k MMR Reddit discussions. So there's some talk about it. I still feel like the Blink Dagger is more important here. The Aether Lens does give you that nice mana nice mana pool, gives you that slight magic resist, and the regeneration is actually really overlooked as well. It gives like close to Tranquil Boots level of regeneration that we see a lot of supports pick up. So it kind of nullifies the need for Tranquils if you do get that Aether Lens. And we did see Kuroki get it on his Shadow Shaman over Blink, so maybe Sand King might do the same. I still feel like Blink gives you a cleaner initiation with your Epicenter, but I don't know. It's up to the players, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this guy's going off lane. I don't know.
And they would probably just have a player on the team who could be just like a huge Sand King player. He's just like, I like the hero a lot. I've already tried him out in the new meta, and I feel like with the way the map is laid out now, his offlane can really thrive. Plus, you got to remember, we're in this like new phase where it's very apparent they put a lot of attention on the mid lane. You get like your Banes and stuff like that, and they have these duo mid lanes. That means the offlaner has that much more of an easier time. Where Sand King was once faced against like a 3-man aggro lane, in the safe lane. Now you only have to worry about a casual one another, and they may not even have sentries on him to deal with Sandstorm. He could end up having a surprisingly easy time. We'll have to see. But Navi's final grab, a Lycan here to pull it all together. You got Lycan, you got Chen. We got a soon to be had Lord of the Rings summon style pushing lineup here with the aura coming out from Vengeful Spirit. This could be also a quick game too there, Lysander.
Yeah, are you liking this?
Yeah,
that was bad.
I can approve of that one. That's okay.
But the thing is, the Sand King offlane is actually not so outrageous, because picking up a Chen, Navi has pretty much told the other team that there will only be 2 heroes in that safe lane at the start, and that really does invite a lot of potential offlane candidates. So normally a Sand King will not fare so well against a tri-lane with sentries, but against Venge and Lycan, seems okay enough. And we get Ember Spirit, so Justice will be going mid on Invoker, Ember Spirit safe lane, and we have that Sand King off lane. I'm actually excited to see this new 6.86 thing. Not like back in WCA. I think a lot of the teams stuck to the old habits of 6.85.
What do you feel about this final Ember pick going into something like the Puck? Because the first thing I look for is you got Ember and you look out for too much control, but you have a Puck now with Coil and Silence. Is that something he needs to worry about, or do you think Ember is elusive enough that he might be able to get the potential to kind of avoid any trouble from the Puck?
I think with the shield, he should be okay.
10 seconds
Earthshaker could cause him some serious problems, but overall, I think they're picking Ember for the high ground defense because of the Lycan. The chop with Battle Fury is going to be really good against the Wolves, and we'll be able to hold their high ground against Chen creeps and stuff like that. I think Ember was the best last pick here they could have grabbed. I mean, no other carry can fulfill this role of holding high ground, because like you said, Navi are going for that blitz push. They're going to charge in with the Zoo, the Wolves, horses, and whatever stats it is. But with the Ember Spirit, if he grabs up that Battle Fury on that safe lane in time, he could hold things back. I mean, he's not mid lane, so he won't be in danger of that Puck that early on. He has the supports to help him out.
I think it's
great. I think it's a great combination with Ancient Apparition as well.
Yeah. Can't help, though, but be a little nervous here for Pries that if they're hoping to peak a bit later on the back of this Ember Spirit with something like that Battle Fury, you know, you hope that you get AA with an Ags, let alone just get his level 6 at due time, and, of course, your Blink on your Sand King. You'd hope that before those times come, Navi isn't already knocking at your tier 2s and near your high ground with this heavy, heavy push. So this is going to be a lot of emphasis on Radiant to have a successful laning stage, and we'll see how it goes here. You can already see emphasis on early warding, and it's to note that Venge came in early, so Nico came in early, planted down this ward right by the Ancient Camp before they dropped down that Radiant ward, so that ward has been spotted out if they were paying attention. But the nice thing for Radiant is look at this bottom lane ward. He puts it right at the edge of this tower AoE, I assume. Bit different for a lane ward, but it might provide a lot of necessary intel, I guess.
I always wanted the UI to feature the true sight range of towers because I'm always very nervous when wards like these get planted. I'm like, are they gonna get dewarded? Are they? And then the creeps walk right past him, and then okay. But
or hit it, and then you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. But Justice is going X-Sword Invoker. He's gonna have a lot of trouble against this Puck. I mean, I can understand that maybe he wants to get it to try and out-damage the Puck because Puck has really high base damage. But I'm not sure X-Sword is the playstyle they want here. They want to control Guas Wax. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Clone is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they have a sentry. Sorry, buddy. If you're clicking on the inventories, you'd see the sentry was there, and he will get punished a little bit for trying to go for it. So Nico's trying to look for the second magic missile. No!
Good juke.
Yeah, woo, that little bit of fog right there does save him. And Pone is going to have to be a bit more nervous in the lane, starting to chew through that regen a bit and can't safely get away with any sort of silly little sandstorm play. So he's been put in check right now. Could have been a kill opportunity, but yeah, he tried. And unfortunately, it's not going to work out for the best. And
if Navi decided to cut corners there and not build purchase sentries, he could have cheated a few levels out of that. It was a worthwhile gamble, but like I said, off lanes are pretty easy when you're only facing two heroes. The support can't be everywhere at once, and I think Pone's in trouble again. Yep, he's gonna pop that sandstorm. There are no more sentries, so he's gonna chew through this XP at least.
Nice. So he finds that little corner where the sentry is not.
If he gets the Satsa, it's gonna be huge. Oh, he gets it!
Nice.
Oh, damn, he gets it.
Nice pick for him. So Nico's trying his best to keep him in check, but plays like that are not going to be stopped. Good heads up from him to kind of take use and know that the sentry is going to be in lane, and he could, safely cast the sandstorm elsewhere here. We got our Chen player here who has got a nice little stack built up for himself. Not any little fortunate creeps here, but he was able to snag the rune away from the off-laner in the meantime. Dendi, who's under a cold snap right now, he did not go for the Fairy Fire early.
Hybrid
he did go
Invoker. He did one. He did go for one.
Oh,
but
okay.
he's going for some sort of hybrid Invoker, so it might be just 1 point in X-Sword for that damage early to out-contest the Puck. But yeah, the Alacrity pickup does hide a lot of what his plans are. It could be that Alacrity, Cold Snap, Forge Spirits hybrid build, where you build into the Meteor later on. We'll see which one he actually goes into. Nope, he's gonna fight against Dendi here. He might actually get killed. Yeah, he's dead.
Orb is there.
Fire.
Step back, Alacrity, Tornado. Ooh,
that's a little short.
Little short. Could have been close.
Yeah.
Lots of respect for both mid laners there. But now Invoker has no more regen here. While Dendi still has a bottle and a Tango to work with. He's going to have to wait quite a bit for any sort of substance to come out from his courier. So this is where Dendi can take over. Even though he didn't get the kill on the skirmish, he now has dominance back into the lane itself. 16 and 5 CS for him, 2 Invokers, 9 and 4. So Dendi is well in control of this mid lane top, where Pone continues to get punished. Lycan looking to get involved now, and they're going to get the kill. That's first blood now going for the way of Navi. Nico picks it up on his Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, he wasn't careful. That Sandstorm ran out of time, so got caught out. It only lasts 20 seconds. Level 1 has a huge cooldown as well. So Venge caught him at the tail end of it. I think he just sat too comfortably for a while. I was like, oh great, I can go grab some coffee or something. Found the sweet spot outside of sentry range. But Lycan's back, and Pone should get a huge amount of EXP from this because the Venge isn't pulling.
Yeah, Venge is looking to do work, actually. Smoked up now with the Chen. This is going to be...
triple Quas. Yeah, this is the hybrid build. The the half Quas, half Wex, half Exort, the combo build, I think. That's the best way to call it.
I can definitely tell you yourself do like to play Invoker, or at least watch a lot of Invoker from time to time. Back at back at bottom lane though, early Shackle out, and it looks like they are going to get the quick snag.
Oh.
Quick chain stops him from any sort of stun, but he could lose his own life here. Good priority onto the Ember Spirit. Net is there. He is healing up with a salve, and it looks like they might not be able to get him. Instead, it's going to turn it around. There's the snipe with the nuke. Chen's going to pick up that one. Shadow Shaman. Oh, the fissure catch coming out there from Axmo is going to secure it. 2-for-1 trade and a creep.
He gets a tomato, so that's great for him, actually. Ember getting 2 kills, most of the XP, but yeah, Puppy Chen doing work.
Took a while before he was able to get his first successful gank movement, and it does take their Vengeful Spirit all the way from the top lane back down to the bottom, but look who's already back at top lane. Vengeful Spirit.
Yes, Franco boots.
They have the dust. Pone's hiding. He can't find a way out. He needs more time. Turns the corner, goes down, gets right click. He's done for. And it's going to be 4-2 now for Navi. Another potential successful looking laning stage. Look at the disrespect from Chen. He's like, I'm going to go into your jungle now, and I'm going to take these creeps. Look to swing in possibly from behind.
Shaman. Oh, catch Shaman. Oh, there you go. Is there going to be follow-up? No. Sansa is a little bit too far back. But it could be enough with the Test of Faith. No, not going to try it. Giga dropping low. And the Sand King here to push Shadow Way out of the area. Oh, they got to go for the Barrow Strike. There's that. Now's as good a time as any. Sansa does have the Dream Coil, or rather Dandy does have the Dream Coil ready. But the slow comes out from the Ancient Apparition, and the pursuit will stop.
Ooh. Could have been a lot more sketchy there. I'm glad that Pone didn't decide to pull the trigger on any sort of stun. That could have ended in disaster. Set up Fissure into a coil, and they are going to be reserved for now. Bottom lane, though, Shadow Shaman scouts out the Chen. He thinks that he can hold him in place here, but quickly going to get canceled by the net. Chen heads out. Thank you so much for the new staircase there, Mr. Frog. And he will make it back out to safety.
That staircase makes it so difficult to control runes as the dire offlaner. Because you're supposed to just take that shortcut and then cut you off.
Then at the same time, it is great for the dire offlaner in case you get like flanked from both sides. You're like, oh, I'll just slip through this middle staircase and do some juke potential.
Yeah, it's more radiant buffs. Disgusting.
Dandy wipes through this creep wave. 33-8 for him. Invoker still trying to play catch up at 23. Your king of CS, though, is this Lycan, who continues to do a hybrid between jungling on the side and taking the lane. 51-13. Looking to finish out the Vlads, expecting to get the early Roche here for himself. And we have to see if there's going to be any control from this Radiant side. They have the Ice Vortex, which can provide him a little bit of easy, quick, check on Roche capability.
Oh, they're going in. They trap the Earthshaker. Bottom lane. Instant TP from Puck, though. It could be a big turnaround. They got a Pulse Spirits on him? Nope.
Oh, coil, double silence, and this could be a bad time for Pries here. Dendy gets on the other side. They're going to take the Shaman down first. Now they look to get a hold of the Ember. Fissure's there. Double kill for Axmo, man.
No respect to Chen, and Pone gets himself owned. And the top lane there, Didyarod munches on him. Tried to get greedy for that Venge kill, I think, and got himself killed in return. So Didyarod going for the hard push once again. And we talked about Ember Spirit being the defense for this incoming Navi push, but if you get owned so early, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and an Ember who struggles at the start is going to be a very sad Ember at that. He heads back bottom lane for now, but we don't know how safe it's going to be for a while. We're looking at Earthshaker, who's now level 6. He's already got his Arcanes. He's well on the way towards a Blink Dagger. There's soon going to be barely any safe place to farm for this Ember Spirit. I mean, I guess they're trying to hope that Justice will quickly get his phase boosts at least complete. He's got them now, and then go on a tirade in the mid game here, but I just don't think it's going to come easy. You look at Navi's lineup. They have a Chen now, who's got the Hand of God to help sustain in these hectic team fights. Bottom lane, woo! Real quick Ember retreat right there. Good for him. That coil almost came out.
Yep, the Invoker on the bright side is transitioning to the normal Quaswex build now. So the early Exort just for the Alacrity option. He's now back to Quaswex, so hopefully that control will come into play here, because that mana burn will be really huge on heroes like Puck and Chen. Are really mana intensive. So Neko with the map hacks here finds the roster.
For sure.
That was Vac. That was Vac for sure. Yeah.
Poor Shaman.
And
boom!
he tried. The kill secured here from A. And the Earthshaker is on his way to a really quick blink dagger. And oh, Dandy going in there, gets himself cold snapped out. He might actually die
Oh,
from
he
this.
can't get the coil off. He goes down.
Middle tower is under attack.
A little bit too antsy with the initiation. Gets himself punished. Cold snap.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
at
tower
level 3
has
cold
fallen.
snap, so the ticks are really
Dire's
frequent.
top
And with the
tower
Ember
is
shield,
under
it's
attack.
really hard to get away. But Earthshake coming in with a big smash.
Oh.
Justice.
And it looks
Rasta
like
running in there, delivering himself.
easy
And he
follow-up.
holds himself there as well. Wow.
They'll get him. They'll get him. The wolf is going to eat him
Doggy
up, but
style.
there's a rotation in. That will get quickly canceled. Dityara with a triple, even though it seemed like
Baby, triple.
a bit of a sloppy start from Dendi on the hasty initiation there. It's certainly worth it now, as their core Ditya is just getting grossly farmed. On top of his Vlad's and power treads already, he's got 2k gold. I don't know if he plans on going a self-medallion build-up, but Roche is now an easy option
Book,
for them.
maybe.
Radiant's middle
Probably
tower
book.
has
Yeah,
fallen.
book.
And oh, ancient apparition getting destroyed by the zoo. Now Wave of Terror is doing so much work, and the Fisher just cleans them up. Dityara in trouble though.
Radiant's bottom tower
A
is
lot of
under
damage
attack.
here. The stun once again.
Oh, big.
Party pooper, but Dityara dropping low. He ticks and he goes down. Hone loses his life to the Earthshaker, but Justice takes that big unstoppable streak. And Soneko getting caught as well. The big turnaround Navi, or is it? Gedrock's running away. A lot of wolves here. The Urn of Shadows gonna take him down. One more wolf crit would kill him off, but not enough damage here. And Soneko, yeah, not enough now. They'll
Justice
just back
locked
off.
down by that coil. They still have a bit of a trade up here between Dendi and Justice. Now he doesn't have the vision. He knows he's still around, but big tussle here in the mid lane.
That was a 2k goal swing for Pries. So really good for them.
A huge bounty loop for them, one they desperately did need. It gets Ember a good chunk of change right now, but still building up the essentials in the meantime here. Even the support's
Radiant's
still
middle
pretty
tower
damn
is
starved.
under
We'll take this
attack.
moment to switch over to the net worth after such a hectic fight. And you can see it still does belong to Navi here. And that roast option now looking to be coming into play. I mean, Chen, Lycan who already has Vlad's.
Radiant's
He's
middle
got
tower
two of the
is under
three
attack.
components for the book, but look at this. Justice is like, hey, I know you're doing that, and you know I'm here. Don't think about it. But they
A
don't
lot
care.
of people wondering in chat, Shadowway is a sub for Navi, he is not art style. So just to clarify things for the confused people in chat.
And it's definitely
Oh.
not Puppy.
Catching Justice, and oh, Justice has the haste, so very lucky for him. The Sentry Ward just scouting him out, almost getting the kill there, but Magic Missile just
Dire's
wasn't in
middle
range for it.
tower is under attack.
And looks like Roshan will be done anyway. Tier 1 Tower might be the trade-off here.
Sad time, unfortunately, for Pries and their AA specifically here. This, even when you know you're doing Roche, it's like, yay, maybe casual AA blast. This poor guy's not even level 6 yet, so he's trying to find a little bit of that soul time, get that ice blast stuff. Meanwhile, mid lane, they get the jump on the Justice, take him down with the help of the coil right now. Pwn tries to burrow strike away, and he actually makes it out. Maybe if Earthshaker's able to get closer to the cliff, he's looking for it still now, but nice little hasty play there from the Sand King. Unfortunately for Justice, though, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Dire's bottom tower
The
is under
Arcane
attack.
Rune now gonna be picked up by Dendi. I like how they reduce all the values now. They show you the reduced values of your spells and stuff. And this rune considered to be the double damage of spellcasters. We'll see how well it works. Gedrox is in a lot of trouble if he's not careful here. The blink forward. Oh, that's a nice slam. Immediate takeout. And interesting AA blast. Very preemptive there.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
was
almost
was he planning on sniping the farm from Ember that came so early? Or maybe he's just like, I know there's a gank coming, but Ember thinks he'll be ready for it.
And saving the Rastal's life there, the Sand King burrow striking the creep so that the Centaur can't step on him. Could have been his end there, but not gonna be the case. And Navi creep even further ahead. Justice, this Invoker. I don't know what's he gonna build towards. This Staff of Wizardry, is it 4 staff? Yule Scepter?
That's a good point. We'll see. Maybe
Atos?
yeah, Atos with the True Strike now, though it doesn't seem super necessary. Maybe he just needs a
Radiant's
way to
bottom
outspam
tower
better.
is under attack.
And it could just be the Yules, just the Yules so he can run around, and the Yules would help against the silence of the puck. So that would be my best bet, actually. Bottom lane, though, there's a big amount of pressure coming away from Navi here. They got a full Chen army here. Hal's coming out now from Ditya. Full commitment in. A Cyclone even as a gatekeeper here. There's certainly no way they're going to stop it here. Pries might just have to accept the fact that they're going to be losing a lot of tier 2s here with this Aegis on the side of Navi, and just hope the best for a high ground defense. I don't see any window of opportunity right now where this Justice Invoker is going to be able to creep in and get some easy pickoffs and the time necessary for this Ember to be able to stop these hectic pushes. He has a Boots of Travel for now, but yeah.
I need to ask you, have you, I don't know, you spend a lot of time with Winter. Has he actually talked about the Boots of Travel and Ember? Personally, I don't like it, unless you're really far ahead. But I feel like when you get it when you're behind, it's not the same as getting a Midas. Because as you lose the game, you're losing map control and having Boots of Travel. It's kind of like you're losing your Boost Travel's viability. I'm not sure how to read into it, but he's not getting any damage when he should be rushing the Battle 3 for high ground defense. Your thoughts?
Well, as we saw Shadow Shaman go down bottom lane, mid lane, Navi is making a push on this tier 2. As far as Ember play goes, we might have to hold that thought. Swap back onto Justice. A coil setup. This Invoker may Ghost Walk, but there's going to be a Dust waiting for him, and he does go down. Here comes Sand King with the Hail Mary of a play, but look at that. Easy shrug off with the Hand of God. Cute little epicenter you got there, but Navi has moved in, and they are taking over. And it looks like this could be the end of it. But as far as Ember and Boots of Travel, I know for a lot of the Ember players, they definitely stand by it, feeling like he's a hero to have in a fight in need, but this is not a fight he could take. Silenced up, it's over. Just like that. Okay. Navi showing that they should be heavy favorites in this tournament. And unfortunately for Pries, a team we don't really know too much about personally, they had a very tough opponent in round 1.
I'm just mad Navi didn't pick Pudge. I mean, if they had such a great time this game with these heroes, Pudge would have been better.
Who knows? Maybe next time. We'll have to see. But for now, I am happy to see them at least try out some of the heroes that did get a bit of love in here. We got to see the Chen. We got to see the Puck play this time. And it's really hard to gauge where Navi actually stands now going against an opponent that, you know, is relatively unknown and is still trying to make a name for themselves. So we'll just have to see what the progression is going to be for Navi. But any closing thoughts on the series altogether? It just seemed a pretty open and closed case here for Navi.
I mean, Navi crushed the opposition without their full lineup, no captain as well. And overall, I think solid performance. I mean, it's kind of expected if they show signs of weakness against these newer teams. It will not be boding well for this big name, like you said. But on another hand, Navi are actually looking for a new manager, analyst, and coach. So for you aspiring Navi fans, there's hope.
Nice. Nice.
I'm
way to
looking
get
at
in.
a Twitter announcement.
No, I didn't. That's funny though. So put in your applications, I get, if you really want to creep on some Navi, some Navi team action there. That's going to conclude our first series today. And because it was so fast, there is going to be a little bit of an intermission between our series here. We do schedule it out for a full best of 3. But sometimes some series it's going to be a 2-game shutdown, and it'll happen very fast. So to honor the scheduled time for the next coming matchup, which if you are curious, our next series today is going to be Team Arcade taking on Team Elements, another couple of teams that I'm not too familiar with and happy to learn more about. That match is scheduled to happen at 11 a.m. Pacific, which is an hour and a half from now. So everyone take the time, an hour and a half. That's time to crank out a pub, crank out a good meal, and then when you return, we're going to have Team Arcade versus Team Elements here ready for you. I'll put a timer up for you. In the meantime, you can show some support for myself, KotLGuy, and of course my great co-caster here, Lysander. But otherwise, we'll see you soon for more BTS Europe action.